Hi, this is Paul Tyler, and welcome to another edition of our Innovation Hour. And Laura, welcome again.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Great to see
Good to
everyone
be
today.
here, Laura. You're turning into a pro these days with not
You
only
know, we
our
have a
shows,
lot of practice, Paul.
but a lot of Laura's doing a great job representing our group with a number of community efforts. And today we have actually a very special, interesting program. Today we've stretched our program from focusing just on Hartford to the Northeast, to the U.S., to Europe. Now we're actually traveling to China, and we actually have a program across, I think, the international Dateline. First of all, Bill, glad to have you. Our relationship goes back a number of years. You've done just a tremendous job, I think, building cultural connections across between China and the U.S. With a number of like-minded insurance companies. Can you just introduce yourself, talk to us about the organization, and then introduce us to our special guest, Audrey Yu from Shanghai tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure, Paul. Thank you for having me on the program. I'm Bill Sheng. I'm the president and CEO of an organization called USCIPA, US-China Insurance Promotion Association, which is based in Washington, D.C., a nonprofit membership organization that is solely dedicated to promoting two-way dialogue between the United States and China in terms of life insurance and life insurance. We are a pretty young organization. We have been around for 5 years, and our mission is really, to learn from each other, share with each other. And the U.S. is the largest life insurance industry in the world, and China is the second largest life insurance industry in the world. And between U.S. and China, one is a mature market and one is an emerging market. There are lots of uses for the two countries to share and to learn from each other in terms of distribution, products, regulation, and technology, right? So I'm very happy to take this opportunity to introduce a very special guest from China, Audrey Yu. Audrey is the head of technology department at Taiping Life, which is the #5 largest life insurer in China. They have more than 90 years old. They have more than 90 years in history in China, and they are a member, an elite member of our association, and they have been very open to all kinds of ideas. So we are very happy to have Audrey to join us today. So Audrey, with that, can I turn it over to you?
Okay. So it's so great honor to be join to this meeting and join to this associate. And actually, I just introduced the Taiping Life and Taiping Life's history and our main channels. And for Taiping Life, actually, we always making innovations and to develop technology combined with insurance, combined with life insurance together. So actually, we hope this meeting could help us to communicate better and to get some communication between US and China. As we well known, the coronavirus changed the world greatly in the past 6 months. And for China life insurance industry, we meet some difficulties in life insurance selling. Although we have a lot of technology and some online platform in every company, but actually, I think it's really difficult for us, in this market. So I actually wondering to to get some recommendations from experts from US. How about the coronavirus changing US life insurance business? And how about the response from our US life insurance companies? Yeah, maybe Paul, maybe you could give some communication and suggestions.
No, absolutely. And just to share with people who are watching just a little bit more about your company. So you have 500,000 agents, correct?
Yeah.
500,000 agents, primarily selling in people's homes, correct? Visiting, yes, sitting down. So I can only imagine. Well, I'll share. Our experience has been it has been amazingly challenging to do business here in the U.S., really? Especially during a pandemic. Mm-hmm. We think the pandemic has forced us, as a company. My perspective is it's forced us about 5 years into the future in terms of process. So suddenly everybody has sort of had to do e-apps, e-applications, online applications for life insurance. Why hadn't been people doing this before? I'm not sure, but they hadn't. It's caused an enormous amount of stress on the medical underwriting process as well, because many of the carriers, here in the U.S. have required medical underwriting. Wait a second, that means a stranger will come into my house. Okay. I don't know who they are. Take my blood, take specimens. Well, first of all, do I want them in the house? Do these people want to come to my house? And we've actually had, at least one major vendor actually go out of business during this time, and companies had to make some changes. So I think there've been challenges on the selling process. I think, and we've had to support very quick changes. So e-apps suddenly very important. Data-driven medical underwriting, enormously important. The carriers that were able to had online applications like Bill, some of your friends, I think Haven Life has done exceptionally well, during this time. Those that had a native application, had data-driven underwriting, have done much better than other carriers. I think the regulators have actually come to the table far, quicker than some of the carriers were even expecting. A number of states required, wet signatures on paper, and waived that. New York in particular said there have been requirements that if I'm going to sell you a policy, I must meet you in person to complete the application and witness the signing. States have actually, including New York, have said, no, Zoom calls actually will work. Yeah. Those will substitute. So we've kind of all the way from start to finish. I think it's changed the process. I think the other challenge in the life insurance space right now has just been interest rates, because I don't think people understand how much pricing is driven by interest rates. And when our 10-year treasury, we all thought the 10-year treasury was low when it was 2.5, 2.6%. Now it is 0.5 and 0.6%, and we have to make a guarantee of paying 1%. How do we do this? And pay for insurance. So I think if this persists, we will see more challenges, not so much on a social perspective, but another. So we've worked with our agents to do client appreciation events via Zoom. And, Bill, we obviously sell to an older group of customers. I've been on a Zoom call, to help our agents start to learn how to use the technology, where I bet the average age on one of our Zoom calls was 75 years old. How was that? Right. Could not have imagined that before. We put online chat on our site. I've been chatting online at 10 o'clock at night with, 85-year-olds about their policies and when they can buy insurance. So behavior has changed dramatically. I think the question is, what is next? And maybe you could tell us, what challenges have people, your 500,000 agents had, and who actually is doing, what of the people who are doing well, what are they doing differently, Audrey?
Yeah, actually, in Taiping Life, before the coronavirus, we developed a lot of digital tools for our agents. Our agents can sell products to our customers by online tools, by such as WeChat, WeChat store, and our app store, and we used some technologies to do some underwriting and to do some claim operation and so on. So if customers decided to buy insurance, it's no problem. All the process could be done online. But for our agents, the difficulties is how to let people to make decision to buy life insurance. Before the pandemic, our agents could visit customers weekly or daily. Yeah, we could communicate with our clients in cafe store, and maybe we could visit at their home. But you know, the pandemic stopped all the behaviors. So our agents could communicate with our clients online by WeChat. Yeah, it's the only communication tool. And on the other hand, we can only train our agents by online tools. We have an online tool to train our agents online, but we found the train is not so good as offline train. The offline train, yeah, you know, face to face is quite different. So
yes.
yeah, it's the difficulties we are facing. Currently, we recover a lot. You know, we can work. Maybe we can do some travel, and we can go to back work in the office. But for our agents, they still have some difficulties to meet customers. Yeah, you know, customers still feel dangerous to meet so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so actually, we also to find some maybe some Bill 社群经营怎么说？
什么社群经营？
社群经营就是那种微信上面的社群经营。Some sales promotion activities by WeChat group. Yeah. 社群经营就是把一群客户放到那个 WeChat yeah
WeChat group
WeChat group yeah sales promotion social media
leverage WeChat group to promote their products
and we also could do some 直播就是
live
stream activities it's a trend we are trying but you know this tools can use to sell other products easily but for life insurance it's not easy.
I think just a comment. I think you know some simple product like accident and term life is like a commodity. It's easy to sell online, but for sophisticated life insurance product like whole life, you know, variable
annuities,
annuities. The customers would like to see your agent face to face so that you can illustrate the product, you know, accurately. I think that's the challenge a lot of insurance companies in China are facing right now. You know, although many companies have invested heavily, like Taiping, in technology, and the pandemic. The good news is the pandemic raised the awareness of life insurance in China, which is the good news for all the carriers, right? So people care about their life, care about their health. And this is a real thing. You know, if I don't have a life insurance during the pandemic, I got a problem, right? So that helps that helps life insurance company. But how to overcome the hurdle of selling sophisticated life insurance products online? I think that's a challenge for many life insurance carriers in China, including Taiping.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. First of all, Bill, I would just modify and say it's less hard to sell, less hard to sell some of the more sophisticated products. Even term life insurance, it can be complicated. Our fixed annuities, of course, only our industry comes up with the word like, would you like a multi-year guaranteed fixed, a guaranteed annuity? Mm-hmm. Would you actually like to earn a higher interest rate on your savings? Bill, I'm stunned, at how little people know when I'm on chat. Mm-hmm. They don't understand compound interest. They don't understand simple interest. I had one person tell me at night, this is like a 9:30 p.m. chat, I should go back to math school. So I think, Audrey, I agree. It's very hard. We've had success with existing clients, right? To do existing clients come in. Now, how do you get them to bring their friends into a digital experience? We're experimenting with this. We took out the book, worked for one of our agents, did Facebook targeting. We created 100, and I'll tell you, we'll write a blog post about this, Bill. 150,000 impressions on Facebook doing sort of a normal seminar, which is webinar project. We got one person to sign up. This was in one of the southern states, and it's difficult. I think if I'm on Facebook and WeChat's a little different than Facebook. Do I want to sit and watch some dog chasing a fox chasing cat chasing bird, or do I want to learn about fixed annuities? I think I'll watch the cat.
Yeah.
So the competition is, we have to figure out how to do this. I agree with you. Servicing, as hard as it is to do service, well, how do you get the client, and what's a virtual environment that keeps business going here? Now, are people in China meeting, are they actually going into people's homes today? Or is it really, or are those meetings still severely restricted? Audrey, if I'm one of your 500,000 agents, am I still going into people's homes today, or is it less common?
Less common.
Yeah,
that's a lot. Yeah. So yeah, we are developing all kinds of tools to help our agents to add trust with their customers, because they can't meet face to face as before. Yeah.
Even to have an agent go to somebody's home is not popular. It's rare in China. Yes. Usually they go to a Starbucks.
Okay. Yeah.
Or go to a hotel. Like a lobby, right? A neutral place where because if you go to somebody's home, if you're not that close to the person, they don't feel very comfortable. But go to a neutral place like a Starbucks, like a coffee shop. It's convenient for everybody. Mm-hmm. That's usually where they conduct business. The agents make an appointment with a prospect, say, why don't we meet at a Starbucks near your home? You just take a walk and I meet there. I will provide more information to you with regard to life insurance, or say term life or whole life. Really depend on what your interest is.
Yeah, no, Audrey, we're actually we're experimenting as quick as we can with online video courses. We found customers wanted to take courses. Have you found success with agents who are about to meet, sending videos to customers in advance so they understand what the conversation is, or has that been fruitful?
Yeah, actually, our agents contacted their clients in past 6 months by WeChat and all by video conference. But selling life insurance is based on the trust between people, between our agents and customers. maybe, yeah, face-to-face. At least in China, face-to-face talk is quite different with the video conference. So it's a really big problem for us. But you know, we still use some technology, some tools to solve this problem. I think maybe customers will change their attitude for face-to-face talk, and between face-to-face talk and video conference, or some talk by Zoom or by some other video tools. Maybe I think people will, yeah, to get some trust, to build some trust, build trust, and build some maybe to get to successful in selling life insurance products by online communication. Maybe I think it's a trend, but I think it's not easier for us to find good business way to do this.
It is still on the experimental stage. You know, everybody's trying that, but it's not as effective as face-to-face. I guess that's what's going on in China right now. So companies with a large agency force, companies like Taiping, they are facing, you know, this challenge, how to overcome, you know, this online. It's, you know, as Audrey said, it's really, you know, the trust. You know, without trust, no business. You know, that's obvious. So, you know, customer want to see you and say you are real, right? You know, you're the real person.
Right.
To that point, it's interesting, right? So it's almost like all of these technologies, these social medias were created for us to escape our reality, and now we're utilizing them to live in our reality because we can't do the face-to-face. So when you talk about, right, when you talk about building trust, if I'm going to go to an agent and buy a product, whatever it may be, I'm going to want to know about that person. And if I can't be physically in the same room, you know, is there a video, almost like a little video diary about that person? Do they come on and say who they are, what's important to them? So I feel like, oh, this is a person I might be able to jive with. And then do I take it a step farther? Do I schedule a video conference with them, whether it's Zoom? And then how long is it going to take for a technology company to create a VR option where it feels like we're in the same place at the same time? I think it would be interesting to see how this transforms.
Well, I think there are a lot of possibilities with the technology. You know, for instance, I do biking in my basement on a software platform called Zwift, and I bike with people in China.
Really?
It's amazing. It's just amazing in a virtual world.
Yes.
So I think, you know, I'm not sure, you know, clients are kind of ready for the Oculus, right? But it's when you start to go in these events, forums, you realize what the possibilities are kind of endless. Because when I start to interact with even a cartoon character and surround, I feel, Bill, like we're in the same room. It's very interesting. In fact, if you ever get an Oculus, we'll try this together.
VR, That's as Audrey said, that's the trend, that's the direction to go for sure. But you know, customers, agents, companies need time to adapt to the new reality. You know, so they are now saying, okay, you know, now I cannot meet this person face to face. There must be a way to talk to this person online. But you know, time will tell whether, you know, this is going to be as effective as face to face. No. It's a matter of time, I guess. You know.
Yeah. How do we build trust how do I build trust with you without actually meeting you? And how do I get to meet you without really meeting you, Audrey? A universal problem. Cross-cultural.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, Paul, another trend in China is we found the short-term products and some simple products such as such as YRT, just yearly renewed products, and and some short-term products, and some products with only simplified underwriting products. These products are trained on this new stage.
Yes.
The sales for this,
But a smaller, simpler buy a simpler, easier product first, and then it works, or I felt good about it, and perhaps that leads to another. I think we need to learn how to do this. Because I don't see this change. I don't see our environment changing radically over the next 3 or 4 years, especially when I hope the vaccine comes. But the more I hear, even though we have the vaccine, this is going to, I don't think we're getting away from coronavirus anytime soon.
Actually, simple products, the agents could use some simple words to explain these products well to their customers by online tools. So the selling process, become easier.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing, just simplifying the language, like you said, Audrey, and making it understandable for all levels, and maybe different understandings. I bought my car insurance on my phone in a parking lot on an app. So I knew what I wanted because I understand car insurance, because it's simple relatively. Whereas, a whole life or something of that nature is not simple. So it's kind of putting the training wheels on and kind of re-verbalizing how to sell these products, I think could really help moving forward.
Yeah. Well, Audrey, thank you so much for joining us so late in Shanghai. Bill, thank you for organizing this. We'd like to do more of this if possible. I think the more we, the bigger the more we can share experiences and insights, I think the stronger we'll all be.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. And this is exactly what we do at USCIPA. It's really to put the executives in China and the United States together to share, your problems, challenges, or opportunities. Again, we learn from each other through this kind of program and platform.
Yeah. Hey, thank you very much, Laura. Thanks.
Thank you.
And tune in next time. And
thank you.
We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Audrey,
thank you.